Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's a very hot Wednesday afternoon. Everybody who's watching should have the PDFs. And today we're going to work on the flam paradiddle, flam taps, flam accent, and Swiss Army triplets. Okay? So if you're in or you're viewing, get in the chat, say hello. This way I know there's people here. I hate to just give instructions to a screen. It's telling me there's like 8 people watching, and I'm the only one in the chat. So please, enter the chat and say hello. Oh. Can we all hear me? 85 people, nobody in the chat. Okay. Flam. There's a few different kind of flams. And when I say different kind of flams, you know, a flam is just a grace note in front of a primary note. How you doing, Ed? And I call it the primary note. Some people call it the king note or the principal note. Whichever you want to call it, call it. It's a grace note in front of a primary note. If I was just doing a right hand full stroke, or if I wanted to do a right hand flam, there's a grace note just before that note. So it almost sounds kind of sloppy, I guess. And what that's called is a free stroke flam or a right hand flam. So you have without, with. Slight difference. Okay, then we have the left hand flam, or the free stroke flam, which is starting with the left. The grace note is before the left. We don't want to get like that. We want as close as possible. So we have the free stroke flam. It's a right hand free stroke, left hand free stroke. The next stroke is an alternating flam. What I'm doing is I'm starting this position. I make the flam and bring my left hand up to start the left hand lead position. So you have the alternating flam. So therefore you have the right hand, left hand, alternating, left hand. Okay, the next stroke, the next flam is used when I'm playing, say, flam paradiddles, flam taps, flam accents, Swiss Army triplets. It's a downstroke flam. I'm starting here, and I keep my stick down. So we have alternating, right hand, again alternating, left hand. Do we understand that so far? Any questions on that? Any questions? You should have the PDF sheet, and we're just going to go to the flam. And I got this exercise. I took the George Lawrence Stone book again. Sorry. And I'm taking the sticking pattern of line 1. Now, this is really put yourself to understand a little bit better what a free stroke flam is and an alternating flam. Okay? The sticking pattern for the first line of stick control book is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm alternating from the right left, right, left. Now I made the presentation on the PDF in quarter notes, so it made it a little simpler. So if you look at the PDF, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what I want to do is take that alternating sticking and make each one a flam. But now something's going to happen here. And I alternate the flams. I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we go to the second line. And it's just a sticking pattern from the stick control book, page 5. But like I said, I presented it in quarter notes. So you have the first part of line 2 as 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to have now a left-hand flam, right-hand flam, alternating. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you feel good about that, go to the stick control book and get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, the first two lines are pretty easy. Actually, the whole thing is easy. Hold on. Oh. All right. Now, what we have on line 2, or 3 rather, of the stick control book, like I said, in quarter notes is 1, right, right, left, left. I made it 1, 2, 3, 4. Stick control book, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So now I go to the exercise in flams, make each one a flam. So I have 2 right-hand flams, 2 left-hand flams. So one is going to be a free stroke, 1. That keeps me in position to attack the right. So my next one is going to be an alternating flam. So I'm in position to execute the left hand, 1. So I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let's do like line 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and again repeat. I'm going to go to line 2, 3 and 4 and 1. See how I made the change? Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and line 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and sloppy, sorry. 1 and 2, that's line 4. Line 5. It's a good exercise in flams, and it really puts together the level system. So that takes care of the first part, or the first sheet. Now, we're going to go to, the next sheet would be the flam paradiddle, the single paradiddle. It's all the flam paradiddle is a flam in front of a single paradiddle, or alternating paradiddle. If I play paradiddles in quarter notes with an accent, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All I'm doing now is putting a flam on the downbeat. 1, that would be a downstroke, and 1, 2, 3. Very mechanical at this point. This is what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Downstroke, upstroke, tap, tap. Downstroke, upstroke, tap, tap. That's one formation. It's in quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we take it to the 8th note formation. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and to the 16th note formation. Now the way I wrote it out was I started with quarter notes, I went to eighth notes, then to sixteenths, and then back to eighth notes to the quarter note. So it's more or less like a progression and a regression. I guess that's the correct word. I don't know. I guess. Anyway. All right. Any questions on that? That's the flam single paradiddle. This is very basic, and that's what this is for, this lesson. It's for basic kind of drummers who are just starting and want to learn more. Any questions? Okay, Ed, next week, like I said, Monday night lessons are going to be on my site. And that's a paid-for site, so if you want to become a member, excuse me, if you want to become a member, you're going to have to join the site. I still will be doing 1 p.m. lessons on YouTube, and that's of no charge. But they're going to be very basic. I hate this sneezing thing, this allergy. All right, anyway, and next week we're going to be working some sticking patterns in triplet formation with permutations. And we're going to be playing them against the jazz pattern, the straight ahead jazz pattern. Bass drum and snare drum and hi-hat and ride cymbal. So if that interests you, go for it. Okay, so now that takes care of the flam paradiddle. All right, let's go to the next guy. And let's do the Patty Fla Fla. Where they come up with these names, I have no idea. Well, the first 26 basic rudiments never had a Patty Fla Fla. But hey, what do you want me to tell you? Now, all a Patty Fla Fla is, it's single strokes with 2 flams. So I'm going to play it real slow. And you see on top of the PDF, it's a downstroke, upstroke, tap, and alternating. So you're back in position. So I have downstroke for 1. 2 is an upstroke to get in position for the up and coming left-hand flam. 3 is a tap. 4 is an alternate. Now I'm back in position to nail it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you know, it's called a Patty Fla Fla, and I don't know why. That's just the name it took on. I guess it's a drum corps kind of rudiment, but to me, it's just flams and singles. Like I said, there's 3 rudiments: singles, doubles, and flams, and there you go. Okay, now let's take that from quarter notes, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We take that now to another platform, which is the 8th note platform. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. The motion remains the same, just the platform is different from quarter notes to 8th notes. Now, we go to 16th notes. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and. Okay? Any questions on the Patty Fla Fla? You want to call it a hybrid? If it was called a hybrid, then in that case, 1 through 72 are all hybrid rudiments in the stick control book. All right, and again, I took it from quarter notes to 8th notes to 16th notes, back to 8th notes, and you're going through the quarter. It's sort of like quarter notes, 8th notes, 16ths, 8th notes, quarter notes, so on and so forth, over and over again. It's a good exercise. Any questions on the patty fla fla? Well, I sent you all the sheets today, didn't I, Ed? It says you got about 3 or 4 different sheets. And this here says, I don't know what sheet number it is, but it says on top of the before it begins is the patty fla fla. Okay, do you have that? You have the Swiss Army triplet? All right, I might have not sent that one. I'm sorry. I'll send it to you after the lesson, okay? Mr. Ed? You don't have the Swiss Army triplet? The flam accent, the flam tap, the flam paradiddle, and the patty fla fla. You should have all of them. I sent them out this morning. You have the Swiss Army triplet. A flam and 2 singles. Okay. Here we go. The Swiss Army triplet. The first guy is in 3/4. That's 1, 2, 3. I'm taking it down to ground 0 again. I'm just showing you what the motion is. Now on top of the pattern itself, I have down, D, U, T, which means downstroke, upstroke, tap. So I'm starting in this position. 1, 2, I'm sorry, 1. What did I do? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What is that? All right, I'll send you the patty fla fla, okay? You have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you have down, up, tap. That's a Swiss Army triplet down to ground 0 there. All right, now we're going to go to the 8th note triplet. Again, I have to say this. The way I count an 8th note triplet is 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Some people count 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, or 1 ta-ta, 2 ta-ta. Those 2 last ones I just said don't work for me. I'm very comfortable with 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. So, line 2 in triplet, 8th note triplet formation. 1 and the 2, the 3 and the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flam, flam, up, tap, flam, up, tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then we go to the 16th note triplet, which is, I don't count the triplet as 1 triplet and triplet. I just feel it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And for each count, it's a triplet. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So, if you're demonstrating a Swiss Army triplet and you got a smoking, and somebody says that your doubles are sloppy, then you can put a big smile on your face because you're really smoking with them. Here we go. Watch this. That sounds like sloppy doubles, but it's just a Swiss Army triplet. Okay, we got that? We understand it. Let's see what the next one is. I got a lot of sheets out here for you. And you don't have the patty fla fla. Okay. It's hot. Flam taps. Okay. All that is what it is. Flam and a tap. Flam, and alternating flam, tap. Hold on. Oh, boy. I hate these pop-up shit. Okay, you have flam, tap. So alternating, tap. Alternating, tap. Again, in quarter note formation, excuse me, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flam, tap, flam, tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alternate tap, alternate tap. Boom. Next guy in eighth note formation. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and flam tap, flam tap, flam tap, flam tap. Boom. 16th note formation. Okay, now the reason why I'm hitting on these rudiments, and I have all the PDFs on them, is because next week what I'd like to do is take a few measures from the Charlie Wilcoxon 150 rudimental solos. Take them mechanically first, and then we're going to swing them, and we're going to play some melodies using the rudiments. You know, you learn the basics first, you get them going on, then you put them into some musical formation. Because all this does not make sense if you can't play it to the music. This is very, like I said, ground zero. This is the mechanics of the language. All right, one more guy we have before I close it up is the flam accent. I never forget the first time with one of the instructors that I had, because can you play a flam accent? I said, sure. And I hit a flam harder, so I made it accented. And they laughed. That's not a flam accent, da 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 da. A flam accent is just a alternating triplet with the flam on the downbeat of the triplet. Okay, I made the presentation, I believe, in 3/4, is it? Hold on a second. Oh. Where is it? Inga da bonga bonga. I have it someplace, hold on. No, I don't have it. Maybe I didn't send that. If I did, I didn't print it out. But anyway, a flam accent is just an alternating triplet with the flam in front of the downbeat. So if I played 3/4 quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, I made each and every one of those notes sound as equal as possible. Now, if I play a flam accent, I'm playing a flam on the first stroke. 1. Now, on the count of 2, I have to come up because I'm alternating it, and I'm in position to attack the up-and-coming flam. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That's the motion that's occurring, no matter what formation you play it in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the next formation was, I believe, eighth note triplets, or you can put in 6/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? It's not about how fast you can play it. Speed means absolutely nothing. I mean, if the groove is boom, dock, dock. All right, I'll send them to you. I'm sorry, Ed. It was early in the morning. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. I apologize. I'll make sure I send them all out to everybody, okay? Make sure everybody has them. I'll check it out after the lesson. But the flam accent in 6/8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And with the eighth note triplet in quarter and 4/4, 1, 2, 3, you see the motion is there all the time, no matter what formation. You know what, Ed? When you come back tonight, I'm going to kind of review this a little bit. You should have the PDFs. As a matter of fact, as soon as I shut down, I will email them to you, okay? Flam tap, the flam patty fla fla. You have the flam accent? Okay, I'm going to be closing down in about a minute. Are there any questions? Tonight, the lesson is going to be on YouTube, again, at 8:30 p.m. Now, anybody who is watching does not have the PDFs for this lesson. I will send them to you, only if you email me. And here's my email. Okay, any questions before I close it up? Now, starting next Monday, 1 p.m. lessons are going to be on YouTube. No problem. Okay, Ed. And the evening lessons will be on my site, which is a paid-for site. So, and it's more an advanced kind of lesson. So that's my site where the lessons will be at 8:30 p.m. starting Monday. And like I said, that's a paid-for site. Okay, no questions. And everybody who's listening and watching has no questions. And again, if you want the PDFs, email me and I'll send them to you. Okay, so that's going to conclude today's lesson, 1 p.m. lesson. And by the way, the 8:30 lessons are a little longer than 30 minutes. They're usually in between 45 minutes and an hour. Okay, no questions. Have a good rest of the day. Thank you.